Hazards and risks in shielded metal arc welding or SMAW. Hello, I'm Ma'am Ning Mendoza from Novaliches High School. I will be your teacher facilitator for this lesson. Our learning competencies for today's lesson are evaluate hazards and risks and control hazards and risks. At the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to number 1, identify the different hazards in SMAW or shielded metal arc welding. Number 2, demonstrate how to be safe when doing a welding job. And number 3, appreciate the importance of knowing different types of hazards that can be encountered in SMAW. Before we proceed to the different types of hazards, let us identify first what is a hazard and differentiate it with risk. A hazard is an agent that can cause harm or damage to humans, property, or the environment. Risk is the probability that exposure to a hazard will lead to a negative consequence, or more simply, a hazard poses no risk if there is no exposure to that hazard. Types of hazards. Physical hazards. These are hazards due to the transfer of energy between an object and a worker. Examples of physical hazards are excessive noise, inadequate illumination, extreme temperature, extreme pressure, vibration, radiation, inadequate ventilation, cluttered area, and ignorance or carelessness of the worker. Another type of hazard is the chemical hazards. These are hazards arise from inhaling chemical agents in the form of vapor gases, dust, fumes, mist, or by skin contact with these materials. Examples of chemical hazards are mist, fine particles of a liquid float in air, gases, substances in gaseous state but are always airborne at room temperature, vapor, results when substances that are liquid at room temperature evaporate, dust, solid harmful substances are ground, cut, or crushed by mechanical actions, fumes, gas is condensed in air, chemically changed and becomes fine solid particles which float in air. 4 possible routes of entry of chemical hazards. Number 1, inhalation. Breathing in toxics is the most common and dangerous route. Number 2, ingestion. Toxics enter through the gastrointestinal tract. Number 3, absorption. Toxics pass through skin into the bloodstream. Number 4, injection. Toxics may be injected into the body like needles, the least common, yet most direct route of entry. Another type of hazard is the biological hazards. These are hazards caused by living organisms which include insects, molds, fungi, viruses, and bacterial contamination, from defects in sanitation and housekeeping procedures such as in the provision of potable water, removal of industrial wastes and sewage, food handling, and personal cleanliness. Agents of biological hazard. Bacteria. Simple, one-celled organisms that may or may not be harmful. Viruses. Organisms that depend on a host cell for development of reproduction. Fungi. May be small or large parasitic organisms growing in a living or dead plant or animal. Rickettsia. Rod-shaped microorganisms that are smaller than bacteria and depend on a host for development or reproduction. Microorganisms transmitted by fleas, ticks, and lice. Common health problems from biological hazards are tuberculosis or TB, tetanus, viral hepatitis, and HIV or AIDS. Diseases caused by virus are upper respiratory tract infection, hepatitis B infection, acquired immunodeficiency syndrome or AIDS, and rabies. Last type of hazard is the ergonomic hazards. These are hazards commonly seen in the workplace which are improperly designed tools or work areas, improper lifting or reaching, poor visual conditions or repeated motions in an awkward position that may be responsible for fatigue, stress, and strain, and may lead to accidents in the occupational environment. Effects of ergonomic hazards are low productivity, high rate of errors, and material wastage and equipment. Health problems caused by ergonomics: musculoskeletal problems, vascular problems, visual problems, hearing problems, skin problems, and psychological problems. Now let us proceed to the do's and don'ts when doing a welding. First, electric shock. It may be caused by open and not properly insulated cable. Workers are advised to regularly check electrical wiring connection. Check primary circuit wiring connection. Check welding cable for crack or cut insulation. Do not put welding cable around the part of your body. Arc rays can damage both eyes and skin, so wear proper protective clothing and filter lenses. Burn caused by light. Ultraviolet light can cause first-degree or second-degree burn to the eyes and skin. Infrared, wave that is felt as heat. Visible light, light that we see, producer of varying quantities and color. Fumes and gases. Use proper ventilation and position yourself out of the fume flow. The bigger diameter of the electrode, the more ventilation is required. Dangerous powder dust comes from weld fumes filtered during welding. When there is fire and explosion, it may result from faulty welding operation. Always understand the environment where you are welding and never take anything for granted. What you see in the picture is the proper procedure for welding in a tank. When there is a compressed gas, it must be handled in such a way as to prevent personal or equipment damage. Face and eye protection must be worn at all times in the workplace. This includes safety goggles and full-faced mask. Wear proper eye, ear, face, and body protection. Thank you for watching and happy learning! Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel for your lessons in TLE 7. Just search for Ma'am Ning Mendoza.